You want to know the real truth? Then stick around. The truth about where the real easy money is. Real money that wants to be in your bank account. Even if you're a 100% newbie with zero skills, they don't want you to know about it because this opportunity is creating so much wealth for them even as I speak. We're talking millions of dollars being siphoned from it into their bank accounts. Money being siphoned every single day. And the strange thing is, it's way closer than you'd ever think. In fact, it's so close you could almost touch it. And its potential is unlimited. Take a look at this. ClickBank, that's $5,743.27 in just 43 hours, all courtesy of Cash Creator number 14. Amazon, $29,296.63 in just 30 days, thanks to my Cash Creator number 23. PayPal, $37,493.64 in another 30 days, courtesy of Cash Creator number 17. There is no end to its power. But it's important to realize that along with power comes great responsibility, great wealth, instant success. So, if you're uneasy with the idea of making this kind of money, if you're afraid to swipe cash from millionaire super affiliates, this is not for you. Go back to what you were doing before, to your hunky-dory life in La La Land. Go back to your comfort zone. Wait for next week's guru offer to come along. That won't work again. On the other hand, if you've got the guts, it's time to draw a line in the sand. Time to break the mold. Turn off your Facebook. Turn off your phone and just listen. Brace yourself for the power of what you are about to witness. Let me prove how close you are. Right now, you're trapped in your so-called comfort zone. You're thinking, it's never going to happen for me. I've been there. So imagine how it would feel to have super affiliate paydays hitting your bank account, simply by activating my point-and-click technology. You know, super rich super affiliates really do exist. You're not sure who they are, where they live. You're not sure where they hang out. And above all, the best you can ever do is second guess how they really do it, only to miss the mark by a country mile. Fact is, these guys have an unfair advantage. They use a tool that activates in just 3 minutes, a tool that activates a series of viral cash creators that instantly seek out the estimated 17 billion in unclaimed cash scattered across the net. Unclaimed cash that you deserve in your bank account. So imagine having software that triggers your very own cash creators on complete autopilot from the very source super affiliates keep hidden from view. Now, compare that to where you are today. Your daily routine, working for a boss you despise, building your 200th website to make 79 cents, writing stupid articles that bomb so far down Google only the Hubble telescope can find them. While you're doing that, these guys, they're laughing all the way to the bank, partying with strippers, playing golf, drinking sex on the beach. On the beach. While they're doing all that really cool stuff, their laptops are in some 6-star hotel suite plugged into the $17 billion cash vault. I know, because I clicked the button. I went from being the same as you to being the new me. And I like the new me. So here's a quick reminder why you're here. Yep. That's $37,493.64 in just 30 days using Cash Creator number 17. On the street, away from their wheels, these mega-rich super affiliates look like everyday people, just like you. But here's the small difference. They're rich beyond your wildest dreams. They're so secretive you could walk past one in the park, sit next to one on the bus, eat a burger in the same restaurant, and not notice the 3 or 4 young guys in the corner quietly laughing about their next $1 million tax bill. You wouldn't notice them because in public, they look just like you or me. Yet, they harbor the most powerful money-making secret on the internet. And as I expose the truth, the most important thing you must do is stake your claim in the money. Right now. Like today. This thing is about to explode. It's totally revolutionary. So, if you think it just involves Google, Amazon, or ClickBank, you better think again. I don't give a rat's ass about writing articles, brand building, or mobile money systems, PPC, Facebook, or Twitter. Why would I? We both know it doesn't work. I have access to this colossal cash reservoir that is about to defy your wildest dreams. And here's exactly what this is. In fact, just before I show you, rewind 2 years. Let me share with you how I broke my mold. How I got to know what I'm about to share with you and ultimately succeed. We both know about the lies. Sure, I've been suckered too. That's exactly why I learned that for you to succeed, you must forget everything you know about making money online. When I did that, when I forgot all the stuff I've been doing that did nothing but drag me under, the kind of stuff you're still doing, when the common sense in my brain screamed, stop, that's when it all changed. That was my tipping point. I realized if you want to make massive cash fast, you have to know a winner when you see one. Realize this is your tipping point, your real chance, and act. My big cash tipping point came on Monday, August 10th, 2009. I'm not proud to say I'd borrowed money from my mom to attend an affiliate summit overseas. But I always know when the investment is worth it. I knew brushing shoulders with the right people would force my foot through the door to a brand new world of super wealth. All I needed was the answers, the secret. My chance, like yours right now, finally came. It was a massive stroke of luck. I got chatting with a bunch of guys at the bar. It turned out they were part of the underground group called the Ghosts, named after a covert Navy SEAL sniper unit. They knew more about making big money online than their appearance gave them credit for. They were talking numbers I thought were reserved for Facebook-sized flotations. Massive numbers. And about what they kept calling auto cash creators. I gave the Ghosts my full life story. It made me feel pathetic in their presence. I told them about the software I had developed. I called it The Bridge. I bored them with my efforts with blogging, the niche keywords, the SEO, the PPC. Rick laughed at me. You're playing for the wrong team, he said. It's time to switch sides, my friend. But how could I? It seemed so far out of reach. But here's the crazy part. Rick and the other Ghosts were more interested in my software, in The Bridge. The Bridge automatically generated me small income streams with just a few seconds of my time each day. I was pulling down $200 or $300 a week on autopilot. The only reason I wasn't a millionaire, despite having The Bridge to automate the work, was because back then I hadn't figured out where the real money was online. So here's how it stacked up. The Ghosts know where the money is, the real money. I had the software, The Bridge, to tap into that wealth source, to free up their time, to make life even more pleasurable. The Bridge was the solution to finally automate everything. A small desktop tool that opens in seconds and makes money. All we needed to do was plug The Bridge into the cash creators. Plug my software into their secret cash reservoir. To cut a long story short, they invited me for a blast after the bar. I thought, sure, why not? And the moment I set my eyes on their wheels, I realized how real it all was. This is totally real. Holy crap, over $2 million worth of motors. It was kind of weird. On the outside, these kids looked nothing special. Simon, cheap ripped jeans and what looked like girl sneakers. Pete, scruffy jogging pants and cheap-smelling aftershave. And Rick, he looked like a fashion disaster with too much wax in his hair. But I couldn't argue with the cars worth more money than my apartment block. And things were about to get interesting. They were about to reveal their secret. They introduced me to what they called cash creators. It was like a whole new secret internet separate from the real internet that me and you are used to. These cash creators were just dumping insane amounts of money into their accounts every few minutes. They clearly knew how to make money, a lot of money. The weird thing was, as Rick explained, every time money deposited in their account, it would do exactly the same thing 30 days later. And this was happening 10, 20, 30 or more times a day. And I'm talking anything from $10, $50 to $100 a time. And this cash would replicate itself again and again for the foreseeable future. The guys wanted to know if I could create software to tap into this money-making internet and automate the whole process, to remove the need for work other than just a few minutes or even seconds per day. It had to be so simple, Rick said his wife Liz had to be able to use it. Could I do it? Hell yeah, I already had it. I'd already got the technology. The Bridge already did it, but on a smaller scale. All I had to do now was plug it into this new whirlpool of money. It was a win-win situation for all of us. It was like a golden ticket to what you've been searching for. Truth is, they'd been sitting quietly on these cash creators for over 6 years, and only today are people learning of their awesome power. Over the following 8 months, we developed a friendship and shook on a mutual income deal. But their greed took over and our friendship quickly turned sour. Not cool. They tried to play me for the sucker, to run with my software and cut me out of the larger deal. Don't get me wrong, I've made as much as $63,000 in a day since then. But that's not what this is all about. The cash creators are something way more powerful, and the software that exploits them will work for anybody. For you. That made it so valuable in the eyes of the ghosts, they wanted to protect it at all costs. They even tried to buy my silence to protect the software from the general public, because with this technology, anyone can plug into their income source. That's right, I said anyone. I'll explain why in a moment. The deal with the ghosts went sour, but I'd now got my hands on the final piece of the jigsaw, access to this swirling sea of cash, where the super affiliates made massive bank every hour. I knew it would never dry up. Not when the internet is expanding by an estimated 20,000 pages per second, with over 10 million new users every week. The opportunity is vast. What you need is the tool to automate the drilling. This is totally different to anything you've seen before, different to what 99% of the people waste their time on every day. The software doesn't require me to even break a sweat, yet it pumps money into my bank account all day long. It pays out every single day of the year, without Google, without Facebook, without Yahoo, without some stupid mobile system, without having to spend 1 penny on traffic. One run of the software can generate numerous internet transactions in a single day, and each transaction can range from $11 to $500 in my account. At a time, you betcha. We're talking life-changing. In a few moments, I'm going to show you the results from the experiment of the software in action. But before I get to that, let me address an important question you will have. Why am I giving you this opportunity to, in effect, compete with me? You see, I'm an honest, everyday guy who used to work my butt off in life. There was the building site, the grocery store, the gardening job, the van driving, and then the failed SEO, PPC, blogging to a list longer than the yellow brick road. I've done everything in the past to make ends meet. I know what it is like to have debts, be in arrears, even owe money to my friends. I don't have a problem with guys who got lucky and made millions, but I do have a problem when they don't give a damn about normal people. People like you trying so hard to make it work. For these guys, the last thing on their mind is to give anything back, especially to you. I feel humbled. I've surpassed everything I ever set out to achieve. Despite all the money I've made, despite all the freedom and vacations, despite having everything I'll ever need, one thing above all keeps me awake at night. The feeling I get from knowing I changed people's lives today. I could give a damn about you. I want you to succeed. No, I insist you succeed. My reputation is at stake. On the flip side, the ghosts, the gurus, the people behind the phony actors, none of them give a damn about you. They just want to screw you out of every last penny. I've been there, worn the same freaking t-shirt. Even the ghosts screwed me out of my deal. And today, it's payback time. I'm about to open the floodgates to their cash creators. The one thing the ghosts fear the most. I've already made several $1 million in a short space of time. I don't need the money. Like I said before, it's more important to give something back, to finally make it happen even for the greenest newbie. What goes around comes around, and today is no exception. It's time for you to take a slice of what's rightfully yours. And I'm talking a big slice of instant success. Here's all the proof you need. It's time to show you the results of the experiment. And trust me, this has never been done before. You're about to witness the power of the software in action. But first, let me give you a warning. This has nothing to do with the usual overhyped junk. This is not PPC. This is not mobile. It's not Facebook. It's definitely not Twitter. It's none of the stuff you've tried before. That stuff just doesn't work. And to prove a point to you and my other students, 4 weeks ago, I set about making money using so-called normal methods, the type of methods that everyone, probably you too, have failed with miserably time and time again. Using the type of methods being sold to you every day by the gurus. Over a 2-week period from January 14th to 28th, I slaved away using the supposed best of the bunch systems the gurus have to offer. And here's the shocking results. All I've made was a measly $249 from 2 weeks of solid work. And you have to understand, I'm an expert at this. I've been making insane money online and I know how it works. So if I can't get this guru garbage to work, how the hell are you meant to make money from it? The worst part is, the only guru method that came close to delivering was paid traffic. And that sucks. I made a pathetic $249.83. And the stupid thing is, the traffic cost me $307.28. I lost $57.45 from 2 weeks of hard work. So trust me when I tell you, the so-called guru systems don't work. It's time to show you something that does work. Something that can put hard cash into bank accounts. Take a look at this. Just a few hours ago, I activated the bridge on my desktop. It's so simple anyone can do it. I typed in a line of text as instructed on my screen, clicked a button and let the bridge get to work. And remember, it automatically plugs into the very cash creators that the super affiliates want to protect. You'll see the result of the live experiment in just a few moments. But before that, it's important to remember that when I was developing this software, the bridge, my goal was to make a cash generating tool that would work for anyone, even the greenest newbie with no previous experience. I mean, regular, everyday people just like you. I was determined it had to be easy for people with little or no skills. So, I invested a further $100,000 of my own money to perfect its development. Why? Because after 2 years of making insane amounts of money online, I want to give something back. You see, the bridge is a cash-generating tool that allows me to pull in as much as $300, $500, $1,000 every single day. And I have zero technical skills, zero understanding of the so-called HTML code. I pretty much don't know anything about anything technical. So when I was planning the creation of this tool, I told Christian, my techie guy, to make it ultra simple. It works straight out of the box with no complicated installation or learning curves. It downloads in seconds and is ready to plug and play. So you can guess my excitement once it was finally ready to be tested. I entered a line of text just as instructed and clicked play. I sat back and stared at my computer screen in sheer amazement. It was flashing like a 70s disco. It was happening so fast I didn't even know what it was doing. But that didn't matter. I didn't need to know. I was only interested in the result. Once I'd set it running, the bridge did its thing in about 4 minutes. At which point the word success appeared on my screen. I knew all I had to do now was wait for the cash to stream in. I checked my account a few hours later. At that point, nothing had changed. So I checked it again around 10 p.m. And there was a cool $342.58 in brand new commissions. By 1:40 a.m., just before I went to bed, there was over $550. I remember thinking, awesome, the software does work. When I woke the next morning, I had over $1,734.27 in my account. By 11, it was already over $2,000. The bridge was still working. And that night, just 27 hours later, the account was now $3,203.46. And just 48 hours in, I'd made over $5,273. It works 24/7, so it doesn't matter what part of the world you're in. So, it's time. Time you experience the real feeling of making money while you sleep. I call it snooze money. It's when you wake up without some dumbass alarm clock, without that horrible feeling of gloom, without the prospect of another depressing journey to work, without having a boss, without slaving away only to be broke again. It's time for change. Time to draw your line in the sand. Time for a brighter future. It's funny because every time I go to turn off my computer, I just can't do it. Why would you? Just keep on running the bridge over and over because cash is addictive. It works for me every single time. Guaranteed. And it's easier than you think. If you want to make more, it's just a question of running the software a few more times. And remember, there is no other technology on the planet that even comes close to this. It's time to let go. Let's face it, the economy is in cardiac arrest, while the internet is speeding forward like some runaway money train without brakes. That's 20,000 new pages per second, 10 million new users every week. The money's here right now. It's yours for the taking. So I'm guessing if I asked you for $1,000 in exchange for the software, you get a loan just to end your misery. So ask yourself this: what would you give to get access to the cash creators? Access to an Aladdin's cave of perpetual cash. 3 years ago, I would have borrowed from the mafia just to get my hands on this. It would have been worth it. So whatever I ask you to invest, it won't do the software justice. So here's how it's going to play out. I could let you in right now for a one-off price. The thing is, I know there's going to be a stampede for the best seats. Bottom line, take it now or get left behind. Go back to your old life in La La Land. Makes no difference to me. So what's the one-off price if you act right now? What price would you put on an amazing, carefree future? Starting today. I'm more interested in changing lives. The money doesn't do it for me. So the price point? Act now and I'll price it so anybody gets a shot. This should be tagged at hundreds, no thousands of dollars. Remember, this software works for anybody and downloads in seconds. So it's yours today for just $46. Not $197, not $97, not even $47. Nope. It's yours today for just $46. $46 and you're in. If you haven't clicked the button already, I don't think you should be here. Let me and you part as friends, while me and my students amass our fortunes. You can put this down as another one of your failures. So what's it to be? You can join me right now on the path to the promised land. Join me and revel in $17 billion worth of cash creators. Here's what to do. Simply plug and play the software starting today. Use the software for the next 8 weeks, and for whatever reason, if you don't like the color of it, if you can't handle the money, keep every penny. Because I truly want to help you make a better life, I'm prepared to take all the risk on your behalf. You can download the software right now and start using it risk-free for 8 whole weeks. That's right. I give you my word that your download comes with an 8-week, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. But for now, just go for it. Leave the stupid stuff behind and the failure to others. Start making some real money today. You could always pay me more next month. Either way, it's your call. I see this as your moment of clarity. Ask yourself which path you want to tread. The path back to a depressing economy where your life is consumed by debt and money worries, a life where you're suffocated in gloom. Or do you want to take the path to the promised land, one where you can say yes to the 3D TV, yes to the new car, yes to the vacation, yes to the new house, yes to whatever you choose? So this is it. This is your chance. This is your tipping point. We all have one. It's the moment in life things go from bad or mundane or even dire to life-changing. Don't let the moment slip you by and spend the rest of your life regretting it. Commission Killer is a life changer. Chances like this don't come along that often. In fact, sometimes never at all. So take positive action right now. Do you really want to be part of Game Over or a serious player in Game Changer? It's decision time. Commission Killer may not be here for much longer, and there's 1,000 people right behind you at this very moment. You're just seconds away from a brand new start. If you can see a button under this video, there are still downloads available. Click the button and activate your risk-free trial right this second. See you on the other side.